So about 2 weeks ago, I spotted a big python from our deck, and it was just down across a little gully in front of our house. And the next day it was there again, and the following day. A really large female, I estimate between 4 and 5 meters in length. And I sent a shot of her to a friend of mine, and he commented on the fact that she was very skinny and dark in color, so she could be incubating eggs. So I set up a trail cam gingerly and then left it out for the past 2 weeks, and I've just compiled a short video showing some of what was captured on the trail cam. Quite interestingly, the African rock python is unique in that it not only looks after its eggs, which all python species do, but it'll actually even take care of the young for about 10 days apparently. And the reason why she goes so dark is so that she can sun herself during the day and then go inside and coil around the eggs and keep those eggs warm. But then it's been recorded that they'll do the same thing once the young pythons have hatched. They'll warm themselves, go back into the hole, lie in a coil, and the little pythons climb sort of into the inside of her coils to warm up, and that helps them actually digest the egg yolk that they would recently have eaten. So yeah, in terms of, the numbers, of eggs, it can be anything from 20 to 100. And I'd love to know the age of this female python. I think they live for up to 27 years. Yeah, it's been really interesting just to see the various little creatures come and go. And what really fascinates me is that this female python would have been incubating her eggs right through, that flood period. And luckily the hole that she's going down and where she's laid her eggs is just above the flood level. Otherwise it would have been submerged, but it must have been an incredibly tough time for her because there was no sun, for weeks. And I think she would really have battled to stay warm, and she would have lost a lot of body mass. Apparently these females can lose up to 40% body mass during this period, and straight afterwards it's very important that they feed immediately. So yeah, I guess lock those dogs away. Watch to the end. There are a couple nice surprises. Well, perhaps more than just a couple.
Shaka singetengane wonke la madoda lele kwela kithi alele kwela kithi sawanquma amaviyo singeshaka singetengane wonke la madoda lele kwela kithi siphithi alele kwela kithi siphithi Otina setambo chulilwe tu sawanquma amaviyo singeshaka singetinane wonke la madoda lele kwela kithi siphithi alele kwela kithi siphithi otina setambo chulilwe tu sawanquma amaviyo singeshaka singetinane alele kwela kithi kasiphithi othina sehlangothi lelwethu sawanquma amaviyo singeshaka singedingane ngibonile zingane sizolala kanjani.
So by now I had given our python a name, and Penelope had about 24 babies, and this is them shortly after they were born. you'll notice that they still have blue eyes, and that's because they had not yet molted. So after the first molt, the eyes lose that blue color, and then all these young hatchlings will disperse on their own. And very sadly, the reason why there's so many of them is that once they disperse, far less than 10% will survive to adulthood, let alone, to the age and size of their mother. Shortly after Penelope's babies started to shed their skin, I noticed something absolutely amazing. As she exited the hole recently, I noticed that she too was shedding. And the color of her new skin was the more traditional color of pythons, that sort of very camouflaged yellow-green color, because she, of course, has not eaten for over 6 months now, so she needs to find food and hunt immediately. And pythons hunt by ambushing prey, so they rely on camouflage. So she's losing that dark coat that helped to absorb warmth from the sun to incubate the eggs and to keep the hatchlings warm. She's now shedding that, and she's going out to hunt. Quite incredible, isn't it? So I left the python cam up for a few more days, and a group of warthogs came past one afternoon, and they were absolutely fascinated by the smell of where Penelope and the babies had been lying outside the burrow. And lo and behold, this little family of warthogs, we know the family, we've seen them around. It's a mom with 6 youngsters. They proceeded to eat every single one of the baby python skins, because when the babies had hatched, shortly thereafter they shed their skins before leaving, and the warthogs seemed to absolutely relish those python skins. So yeah, just goes to show that nature just never stops, absolutely never stops surprising. And I think this is about the 4th time I'm trying to end this video. I'll keep the cameras up just in case something else happens, but I think this is the end. That's all, folks.